in the top 4 as they would auto-qualify for playoffs.
How poetic is it in a series that has two teams with the same record, very similar struggles and strengths, and having gone the distance the last time they met, that this 1v1 comes down to the complete wire as the fire comes on in, the Shy trying to use space so he get the most damage out of his Valkyrie, but I fear he stepped way too close to a very, very mean Gwen that snips him on home.
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Alright, Tien has finished all of his camps. It's going to be JJ who's just now taking the red. A creative path coming in from Tien.
All right, Sahu is very low, though, from these initial trades here, so he's going to have to play at space pretty well. Uses the Soul Unbound. Rookie's going to flash. The follow comes across with Tien. He does have JJ nearby, but Rookie's losing health fast. Good stuff from JJ. Going to flash expertly right after Xiaohu. So it's both junglers coming with kills onto their fellow mid laners, and now the two tanks are just going to bap each other. The wraparound you called out. Breathe has exhaust. Might just drop it here to slow the Shy away. Pops the needle work. Gonna hold the exhaust until the big damage comes out from the Shy. Really critical engage there from Breathe. Now can Tian bring it home with the Impale. The Shy's running out of room to juke, but he does a great sidestep, and in comes the support from the rest of IG. JJ hits his Glacial Prison, and you know Cageroll's going crazy about this one. The Shy completely outplays Weibo Gaming's top side. There's a first dragon too. Somebody please come fight the dragon. Maybe it's JJ. Maybe.
JJ's in. JJ,
hello.
you need to leave, brother. This is not your side of the map anymore.
Oh boy, Erha flashing after. Deadly Flourish lands. Glacial Prison going to land on top of Light, but this is 4 versus 1, and now we have both junglers making critical mistakes. JJ, you got the red buff, you got the win topside, but that one definitely going to stay. Yeah.
You still have exhaust, you have the ultimate as well. This wave is not much. Just going to be a lot of information gained here, as IG should have priority on the
information?
top side.
Or throwing hands. Exhaust down, needlework, no ult for the Rumble this time. The revenge of Breathe and gets a late teleport on Rookie. Maybe this Rumble stage. Oh boy, Gala. All right.
Gala has flash, he has E. If he dies to this, I'm mad.
Oh, I mean, he is going to die to it right there, and it's called CC layering. They get barrier out of Gala as well. Mid lane has just been where all of the mistakes have happened for IG in this one.
Yeah. It's been unfortunate here as
one-on power spikes coming through for the Weibo side as well. Blade of the Rune King for Sahu completed. The Heartsteel, the Yomu's rush from Light. But here we go with the IG response once again. You gotta love it when public execution hits on its own because it usually guarantees a kill. Rookie locked in.
Yes, it's the flash off of Braum, but now you've secured almost a full turret here for Rookie. You did have to trade it with Xiaohu, so this Yone is going to be very strong. Rookie should be in a good spot. The battle of the mid lanes starting to prove deadly here in this first game of the series. We had a lot of expectations for Xiaohu and Rookie. They've been faltering in the laning phase, but they've been making sure that they're getting resources up, so Message just gets the Crash and Minion Wave in.
All right, here we go. Potentially the first main fight in this heavyweight match between IG and Weibo. It's going to start by JJ securing the dragon first. Tian going to go in, gets the big smash. Airhell flies in with a 2-man headbutt into the Impale, into the Fate Sealed. What a combo coming across from Weibo, and they're going to start collecting the kills. Rookie far too low, flash away from Xiaohu. The pit is getting absolutely crazy with Gala flashing after Tian. We'll find that trade kill. It's complete pandemonium, but guess who wins it? The one that sinks the combo home. Weibo Gaming find themselves 4 kills, but the 5th one is the hardest one to find. Xiaohu has to go back right into the Mystic Shot, and Gala playing with his back against the wall, desperately waiting for the arcade shift to come up, and it won't. The first fight does not disappoint. It goes 5 for 4. Gala must have just spaced him so well. Again, we talk about Gala. The ceiling of this guy, especially in team fights, is so potent as we flash back to picture, and my god, everyone's stacked on top of each other again, but JJ falls, the Herald is picked up by Tian, and here's the difference maker between those two powerful junglers, and who else but Erha to find himself another awesome window. I don't know how that unsealed Fate even interacted with Rookie, but Xiaohu should be able to find the kill. No, Rookie still stands tall, but the Impale lands onto Gala, the hero of last fight for IG, picked off, and now Weibo are really starting to roll.
Hey guys, so remember when I said that we might be willing to forgive Tien for his early game? Well, hell man, he is making it look so damn good on this Skarner, landing multiple man impales, being able to force IG into uncomfortable spots, and I mean, This after taking the Herald, they take over mid-tier 1, and they're able to just completely muscle in on this topside jungle and get another turret here for Xiaohu. So 1,000 gold over his counterpart. A lot of gold was funneled into these two mid laners, and so far, Xiaohu has paid his team back in dividends. I say that, he might just be getting caught out here.
Those two mid laners, they're going blow for blow. Both popping ultimates. Got teleports on both sides coming in. Reinforcements here soon, but Xiaohu just survives way too long. The general bought time for his troops to fly forward, and of course he doesn't fall. It's Tian impaling both JJ and Mako. IG are completely scattered with no hope to rescue this fight. You go for the general, you best not miss, or this is your result, Invictus Gaming.
That's a 5-star general that you have to be saluting over there.
Best to ever grace the mid lane of the LPL. Still doing it in 2025. Can't help but get emotional thinking about that. And if you're a Weibo fan, maybe getting rid of some tense emotions of this series, knowing that this game is completely in their control.
That dive onto someone like Light, onto Tien, might open up a play for them. I'm just looking at the experience right now, and Xiaohu's almost level 16.
Oh my god, the Shy though. Hello. Breathe is done. That was a pure stat check. And the Shy comes out on top. But he demands attention. And there's not any neutrals that Weibo can really play for. And something has just gotten into Xiaohu. This guy is a mad bloodthirsty as he sets up another beautiful kill. So much attention here for IG, but you can really just see how much more confident they are. And Erha wants a piece of the action that Xiaohu's been throwing down other lanes. Mako is completely sectioned off and soon to drop. One more shot from Light will do it, and it's just right in time for this Baron to spawn. How do IG even react on this map? They're going to try and sprint over towards Xiaohu, but in this form, he knows better.
Hell, maybe he just goes for it.
No,
okay, flash from JJ
good
to
flash.
Escape.
Oh, follow flash gets away from the Glacial Prison. Uses the soul, though, knowing that he doesn't have a lot of space, and he has to go in. He's going after Gala, and he nearly makes it difference. Trading 1 for 1, but even pulling 3 towards the bottom lane feels like a win right now for Weibo.
Stops them from hitting on that turret. They're going to miss out on another wave. Instead, they're going to cancel, recognizing that they're... Xiaohu is just soloing the dragon this entire time. This is the moment for IG. If they can't find anything, this dragon's just going to go down, and there's going to be nothing to show for it.
Zilch, nada, 0. Just trying to jockey for mid lane control. But it's Erha again to try and start off the fight. They are this time diving onto the tank. But man, the way they layer this CC, they can go after whoever they damn please. JJ drops. You've just picked off jungle Weibo with Baron up. Man, oh man.
Yeah, Tien is level 16 over JJ right now. Just 3 level difference in the jungle is absolutely insane.
Thank you, Ruinous Octagon.
Yep. We're going to be taking a look. We now have all of this Baron being taken. It's going to go down.
Okay. Yep, and now Weibo look for the turning fight. Erha, no fear in the world. He flashes right after the Shy. He knows the Breeze is going to be there to follow. They don't even need the exhaust to find this kill. The Shy drops as a consolation prize to the purple banner onto 5 of Weibo.
Baron is going to still be up for another minute and a half. They'll have a minute and a half afterwards for setting up for this dragon. Oh no! Just caught. Okay, well, that opens up the mid lane. Time to give up the bottom lane, tier 1 or tier 2.
A painful game for the Shy. That is his 7th death, game high. He's been picked off once more. Inhibitors are going to fall. Maybe the way Weibo is playing, going to rotate towards this bot side and try and create even more chaos in the base of IG. And if they overstep just once, Weibo will go for the throat and end this thing.
They just get another turret. They're going to expand their gold lead here. Like what we're seeing coming out from Weibo, Skarner's going to continue to sit in mid. He can just continue to empower this minion wave.
Oh, Deadly Flourish again. Light locked in here. Gets the first slow onto Gala. Doing a good amount of fancy footwork, though. That doesn't matter. The curtain call was just buying space to knock down another inhibitor. Now Weibo on the back foot. Ooh, public execution from Rookie and the Glacial Fissure both whiff. That's got
for the fact that it automatically qualifies you to playoffs, but Weibo now, I mean, they're just going to grab themselves a free Cloud Drake soul. IG have been trying to get gold. Mako's just dead.
Oh my god. This is a 6 level difference, by the way. This is really fair. Curtain call, one more shot. Mako, how many can you sidestep around? Only 1. There's Mako down. There's a Cloud Soul to a Gwen, a Yone, and a Skarner. This game is one more fight on Weibo's terms away from ending, and they know it. pressing super minion waves into this Nexus turret. They might just straight up dive with the comp that they have to try and end this game at 32 minutes. All AG can do is huddle under their Nexus turrets that are evaporating, disintegrating like sand in the wind. Down goes the equalizer, but they found their miracle pick on the Gala. It's Tien to do it, and this has been domination from Weibo Gaming, a series that was completely back and forth first time round. Looks like a whole new era in the name of Weibo Gaming.
Just a dominant game. You have some pretty premium ults, so here, R5 here, are we giving this to Urha? Are we moving this Pantheon into support? We'll have to see. Well, there's already...
Tien cancels the
JJ's
back.
coming, though. He's going to just be here to reinforce, get a vision. They'll be able to spot out Tien.
Walks in. Tien stands completely still. I thought he was going to stun a bit earlier here, but JJ initiates the combat, gets the knockup, and like you called out, really should just be protecting, but now we're really over-indexing into this dive as Breathe is teleported down. Shy flashes out of the first knockup. The handshake's going to land here. They're going to dump all their damage onto the Shy, and with that piercing arrow, we'll be able to commit to the play. Breathe, understanding the assignment. Gala and IG are just a bit too skittish with that range from Xiaohu, so they'll give away the dragon as well.
To ult the minion wave, because you are dying if you stay under this turret, brother.
Deja vu of last time. Lets the wave get too close. What's going to be the first CC committed? Tien going to try to take aggro. I love how they wait out that first big knockup. The Ornhorn's coming across, but it was just too late. Erha, ooh, nearly juggles the turret aggro perfectly with the bailout, but does make it a trade, but still an advantageous trade for Weibo. They'd have the man advantage. Maybe make a play onto the mid lane, too.
Might just
Gotta
be
make up their
3v3.
minds.
Just might be a 3-on-3 for Grubs.
That's what JJ wants to do. Here comes the Grand Starfall, though. The Spear of Destiny comes down, and there's the Weaver's Wall. Doesn't immediately get dropped there from Xiaohu, but a great handshake comes across from Erha, and Feats of Warfare secured. Weibo continue their polish off the series, and they pick the more proactive comp. That's what you love to see. It's once again exudes confidences. They don't even need ults to go for this overload here. They're just going to get the 1 versus 3 onto Rookie. Does take away that hostile takeover. Fires it. Still holds onto it. Then finally fires it onto Xiaohu. But this is a 1v4 again. It just feels like Weibo have clones of each other.
The
way
roster through the regional finals off of his side lane play on champions like Tristana. So to see him continue to do this.
Chains of Corruption whiffs, but that handshake looked pretty nice. Breathe flies in. JJ with the Crescent Guard once again up. Good flash from Light to get away from the Shy here, but Rookie over the wall. Gonna find Light and eviscerate him from under the turret. There is the big shot that IG needed, and down goes Xiaohu as well. Good picks found. The flank angles prove pivotal for Invictus Gaming.
And all of the damage dealers are taken immediately, playing in a choke, run all the way to the base. Only IG might be able to see that kind of angle and like that. So JJ alone in the pit. Rookie, however, going to be able to...
Gets over Tien. Xiaohu forced back here. Teleport into the pit from the Shy. The Grand Starfall is still going to go through. The Shy isn't able to cancel it. Rookie does not get the Abscond of Duck, so Tien able to be super dodger, showing Brad exactly how to escape around incoming skill shots. Down goes Rookie, but they do supersede control of this Drake pit to IG, and with the smite from JJ, they're going to be able to get out with that second Drake. Chase given by Breathe, but he's getting poked down heavily by Gala, who does have a lethal tempo starting to stack. Weibo's health bars are hurting, and that is a huge Ornhorn onto 3. The hostile takeover buying subspace for Weibo, but they're all just going to get cut down in an instant by IG, who bide their time and cash in a king's ransom.
Holy hell, this Ornn is getting so much work done. The shot is from IG, bouncing back from a rough game 1, and in this game 2, being gifted a lot of free gold here coming in from Weibo.
Barring, it's all down to positional mistakes here right now on this side of the map for IG, and that's wishful thinking for Weibo right now.
Yeah. Maybe now it's very difficult for Weibo or for IG to push much further and maybe push themselves into been able to advance the game state in a reasonable amount of time. Light's going to be late to this. I mean, this is just free Otacon going over. What are Weibo doing?
Cannot contest this. They're trying to come in late. This is a mistake we've seen too many teams make. And it's just going to be immediately lean Tien to get hooked in. They're trying to bring Breathe down. They get the Chains of Corruption across. Once again, though, they're targeting Rookie, and the Shy's getting so much value. Gala's getting attacked by the hostile takeover. He does go into the cleanse. The Shy getting poked down, but this Ornn is way too tanky to deal with, and Breathe's health bar is quickly evaporating. Weibo grouped up on top of each other are going to be able to walk their way out, but
Baron doesn't spawn for another 2.5 minutes, but I have to imagine that IG, hoping to break open this turret line of Weibo, now set themselves up to get into position and start putting down vision.
HP for little.
But look at this, they're losing waves on top, they're losing waves on bottom lane. Weibo are over-indexing to try to grab this, and the Shy is in a great position.
Oh, here we go. The Orn Horn down. Multiple knockups. Rookie finally gets his clutch engage onto Tian. Knockup for Breathe. Gonna come back though, and they do catch Rookie first, but Light is down, and Gala is completely unleashed. Look at Gala fly through, but he nearly gets caught on a stun. Great flash cleanse, gets him back out. Gala's in, Gala's out. Weibo are completely routed. This big time Starlight is gonna come down though, and Tian is actually able to drop Gala at 1 HP back down, but it's fine because the front line will bring this one home for IG. The Breathe going to be the last one to fall. Another fight win for IG, just how they drew it up.
No one can deal with this Ornn at this moment. He provides too much CC, too much of a great engage coming in, and Weibo over Kaisa. Remember, she has ultimate. She's on the Dragon as well with JJ. They're going to be going for the Baron. How quickly can they take this? Their Dragon take, or their Baron take is incredibly slow.
Yep, Dragon's already down. Gala is cresting over mid lane right now, and the Shy is itching to start a fight. And look at Rookie. Look at this hostile takeover. It hits onto 4 members. Rookie makes Weibo cut themselves down to size. It's the IG way. Team fighting home and wiping the floor with WBG.
Well, there's the teleports. How much more can they grab? They didn't grab the Baron, but they outright slam Weibo into the ground with that team fight. They even put themselves on soul point. They have 3 grubs. They've got Gala. They're just going to be able to tank it. They're going to look for the end here.
They've got death timers for their 20 seconds. Don't have grubs. Pretty light
they got
wave,
a mini wave, though.
I think the Shy is going to make the difference here. He's just so tanky. He takes the aggro first, and just as we expected, this heavyweight bout for a potential playoff spot in Group Ascend will be taking us the distance, and it's the IG way through superior team fighting to even our series.
Becomes favored for Weibo. Jarvan and Azir are not going to have the same kind of explosive damage coming out from them. And when I look at this composition coming
usually
in,
about jungle camp efficiency, no?
You can try to cheese gank, but Poppy becomes really annoying to play. They know he's here. They're like, okay, where is this guy?
Oh, breathe. Oh, breathe! Just like that.
What?
Maybe you should have let the Nidalee.
That's fine. We're going to see an early set of grubs go over to Weibo.
Yep. That's definitely not Tian taking his grubs before his blue buff. No. That's never happened.
Not.
Oh, all right. Shuriman shuffle. Everyone's boogieing on top of Xiaohu. Erha, I don't think you can save him, my friend. That crash down was very hopeful, very optimistic, but he's so dead. This is 2 kills. Swinging back over towards IG, and it's Rookie's Azir making the call.
This is the problem.
Definitely going to be a pretty big pain point for IG. Don't like the idea of giving up mites to a Ryze in our comp. Oh boy, dive in.
Oh.
Tian, bullet time, lined up so well with the keeper's verdict. 1 for 1 on bullet time wombos. That bodes well for Weibo.
All right, but look at what's happening on the opposite side of the map. How much more can Weibo get?
Shut down the stacking now.
I'm taking a look.
Breathe
does not have teleport. The Shy does.
Oh,
verdict,
he's going to hit the jungler out. Perfect execution of Tian and secures that dragon.
Ton of gold here right before the plates fall. This is a pretty good influx.
Rookie. Oh. Strut passive.
That's so close.
Misfortune is too quick. And there goes the turrets. With a plate.
Want to stop if they want to have any chance of stopping Weibo in this early game.
The push and pull between these 2 teams in this series. This is exactly what Weibo were able to do to create such
a even there to cover him. I know we haven't been looking topside, but Breathe is literally slamming the Shy at this moment.
I'm glad you used the word slamming, because JJ just got slammed into a wall, popped in the air, and before he could even blink, he was on a gray screen. Yep, they're making the play towards mid here as Light threatens that mid turret, but they can lean towards Tian, who takes down the Rift Herald on his own. And look at the push-pull here. I mean, watch Mako and JJ's pathing. They went towards bot lane, back towards mid lane, back towards bot lane. They're going to steal away some Krugs, but this is not enough to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, they're just so lost. Like, they feel almost listless. No one's making a decision here for the team as a clear direction. Erha gets caught, fine. The Herald is already spawned, and you just see all the little Twitch chatters spawning out from this Herald. They're going to take down mid-tier 1, get half of the mid-tier 2. It's a consolation prize that you found the enemy support here for IG, as Weibo are just Rod of Ages, and with how many Blood Roses are out right now. Oh, we're getting the ultimate here to back up Tien.
Holy moly. They popped out of a trap door. And they're going to try and throw JJ down once more. The Ignite, not going to be enough with the W passive. Gala gets into a 1v1 with Light that he feels pretty comfortable about. And the Shy is on a huge flank. Gala is cornered. Tien going to try and buy space, but Light is still holding on to his flash. He survives without burning any summoners. Erha, soon to fall down to Gala, though. The rocket over the wall. Gala's going to flash, doesn't get the auto. Bullet time going to create a ton of space. The Shy doesn't want to run through that. Highway robbery from Weibo, because while all this was going on, Breathe picks up a tier 2.
And they were able to grab some summoners.
With that push and pull back towards the top side with all those resources dedicated. Free Dragon for Weibo as they tick over to 2 on the Soul. Good. Set up Breathe as the target of a dive here. Erha is sprinting top side as we speak.
They make this, this dive should be free for them. No one from the side of
Solar
Weibo's
Flare.
Coming.
Oh, there it is, actually right on time. Empress Divide. Meganar nearly pops over at just the last second. Mako gets out. They're going to get this tier 1 turn and might just force the issue onto Otacon now.
Mako is too low HP in my mind. You see the pings, they're deciding whether or not they're going to do it. They're going to escape instead. IG are kind of waiting to see if they can find some kind of fight, but I'll be honest, Slayer, I think we're waiting until that dragon in 2 minutes' time.
Even Otacon not getting these teams to bite. Grubs, though, may knock down this mid tier 2, and that's always a reason to fight over. And there's the moment from Erhan to set up a huge bullet time that the Shy will not survive. JJ has to flash out. We were waiting for, we were calling for it for draft, and Weibo finally executed at the Infernal Dragon to build up his Gnar bar as the rest of Weibo kick in the front door towards this river. So definitely have to be careful because Rookie's damage is pivotal by this point. No snap engage from Mako. Erha dismounted. Tien and Breathe trying to step the flank, but Breathe now with that Gnar bar right where you want it to be.
All right, he has flash. He can try to find an engage. There's bullet time available. No flash from JJ, remember that.
The Wombo that tries to break open this game. They punt out the Shy. The Dragon is secured by JJ, but IG are 1 versus 4 completely on the back pedal. Breathe going Mega. Will not commit. Doesn't want to risk anything. And IG are able to get out and stop the Dragon stacking, even us up at 3 apiece while sacrificing control of the mid wave.
Why don't we just take 2 minutes time? Breathe is continuing to push. He just lost Mega Gnar here. He's going to try and open up an inhibitor. There we go. There's the, I think they're moving. Instead of moving for the Dragon, Weibo said, screw it, man. I don't care about the mid wave. We're just going to hit this Baron.
And they don't even need a full commit to this Baron, right? They're just trying to pull IG away from covering for Breathe. They're like, all right, you can let this Baron go? I mean, IG are so lost. They're just walking back and forth. They don't know where they can go. They don't know how they can help.
Are they going to pull the trigger? JJ's trying to look. Gnar's on the flank. He has Mega Gnar almost.
And they're going after Rookie, who immediately pops. The Seeker's Arm Guard goes to the stasis, and Shariman shuffles Xiaohu into the might of IG. The bullet time does not find its mark, does not get enough value, and Xiaohu falls first. But the Gnar ult for Breathe throws 2 members to the wayside. Breathe is doing it all for Weibo. Mr. Consistent for WBG, trying to bring them home in their most pivotal series of the Rumble stage.
It's only a 2 for 2 right now, and both junglers are, Tien is down, so Weibo need to be able to sit in this bottom side jungle. The Shy has no flash. The start of that fight looks so risky. I know we're going to get a replay of it, but the flash is down here for both solo lanes between these two teams. It's another Dragon going over to Weibo, so Weibo Gaming now have live. We're starting up this Otacon. No one, they could Realm Warp in, but this is so difficult here for Weibo.
I mean, the Shy is on mid-wave here. I don't know why the Shy, isn't the call for Xiaohu to immediately come in with the Realm Warp. They boot out the Leona. This could be a 3 versus 5 right now, but Xiaohu does not go through the Realm Warp. He doesn't want to sacrifice himself 1 versus 3, so he baits them away with that Realm Warp. And they're going to try and turn onto the Shy, but again, the push and pull, nothing is sticking for either of these teams as Mako might be the one caught trying to go forward. The scene to play the Solar Flare, finds a nothing. It hits my window outside the cast, and Rookie's trying to rescue it, but another great slam into the wall from Tien. He catches two with the same ability, and now the game is completely broken open for Weibo Gaming. They knock down the Shy, and they don't care about Otacon, they don't care about Baron. All they care about is winning this series.
They're going to take it 2-1, and an amazing team fight from the solo laners of Weibo and the jungler from Weibo Gaming. Breathe teleports in. Erha's already in the base. 5 grubs here for Weibo Gaming. It is Jeje, it is Gala. Can they make it the defense? There's a flash available for this Corki, but a base in tatters.
They get Mako back up, but it's just too late. There's JJ already down. The finishing touches on what could be a season-defining series win for Weibo. They've crawled all the way back from the depths to officially lock in a playoff spot.
And there.